It's me, Persita, and this is Persita's Paradox. So, today let's talk about sacrificing. What exactly are you willing to sacrifice to get to the next level of your success? For me, it has been a challenge to try to figure out what exactly that word sacrifice means. I mean, it's easy to say that we're going to sacrifice. We think of things like our time or some type of a budget or maybe just our sleep or our work ethic. But truthfully, sacrificing is a combination of not only all of those things, but it also requires a lot of growth. I think that growth is a little bit more on the spiritual side than we like to discuss. And today I'd like to just discuss what that means to me. When I am now learning what my sacrifice is, it's really my emotions and my outlook on what I want to do, and understanding that I have to sacrifice those emotions to understand that everyone's not going to be with me and everyone's not going to understand it. And you might say, well, how would that be a sacrifice? Well, most of us go through life every day wondering about who's going to validate us, right? Who's going to make us feel as if we have accomplished something. What exactly are the scales that we're using to validate our successes? And usually that comes from other people. But to sacrifice actually means that you have to put your feelings at bay and understand that it is not about what other people think. You have to stay grinding towards what it is that you need to do. And that requires a lot of sacrifice. And that sacrifice starts in the spiritual realm of your emotions. That's just the truth of it. We validate ourselves without even knowing. We're envious of others without even really identifying it as envy. We say it along the lines of, I'm just as good as her, or, I wish so-and-so well, or, everybody got room to eat and everyone can do what they want to do because there's plenty of room for everyone to be successful. But truthfully, behind closed doors, sometimes I think we need to really reevaluate those words to see, are they really truly our authentic thoughts? Or are we somehow, some way using that as some form of fuel to move forward instead of understanding that that's actually an improper fuel to use? Now you might say, well, isn't competition great? Of course it is. But it's a very strong-willed person who can understand the difference between competition and true, straight-up envy. And envy comes in so many different forms if you don't learn to sacrifice your emotions by putting them at bay and really evaluating yourself strictly off of merit. Then it's hard to really move through and understand why envy is taking over. I mean, just think about how many things you think about in the day that have absolutely nothing to do with nothing. It's just strictly dumb stuff. I mean, you're thinking about what somebody is posting, what it meant, why isn't somebody calling you? You're evaluating people's circumstances, running them through your head, justifying in your mind why you wouldn't do it and why they are doing it wrong, and so on and so forth. And we just think about a lot of things that have absolutely nothing to do with us. In order to sacrifice your emotions, you start off with, you just don't have time to be thinking about those types of things. You have to put your emotions at bay to understand that usually you think of those things and ponder those things because you're not doing something that you need to do. So it's very easy to sit back and talk about all the things that people are doing wrong, or, how they're making dumb decisions, or how you don't understand what's going on, or getting caught up in the news, or whatever it is that we do. But truthfully, to sacrifice your emotions, to sacrifice what your mindset is doing, you just stop thinking about dumb stuff. If you really focus on what it is that you need to do, you really don't have any room to think about it. I mean, we only think about what people do once they've already achieved their goals. But no one wants to actually be up doing work early in the morning. No one wants to actually be writing business plans and coming up with ideas. We just like what it looks like at the end. And what I mean by sacrificing my emotions is not comparing myself to someone's end, knowing that the merit of work that I'm putting in could never actually get me there. So I use my emotions to justify any bit of slack or procrastination or anything else that I'm doing so that I actually don't have to make the merit sacrifice, the work sacrifice that I need to put in, which would be the time, the effort, the sleep, whatever in order to actually move forward. So it's a weird combination of the two. You must put your emotions and ego at bay so that you can physically do the work that you need to do instead of trying to compare yourself on all the ways that you should already be there and how the person did it wrong and how you would do it different and so on and so forth. Now, I can't speak for you, but I know that I am absolutely a culprit of what I speak on. I have allowed my emotions to stop me from a lot of things, either being my ego and my emotions roll into play, or my heart is broken because I feel as if someone shouldn't have wronged me or done something to me. And guess what? At the end of the day, to actually have just sacrificed those emotions and not looked at anything more than what was happening instead of how I felt about what was happening, I could have actually gone further. I mean, not every bit of promotion is going to be easy. Promotion is a process. We all understand to say it in words, but to actually execute is a completely different dynamic. So I am now at a place, and I'd like to share that place with you to just simply understand that I have to sacrifice this thing called emotion. And that sacrifice to me means you just literally put it off and say, it's not about how I feel. It is about what I need to do to get to where I'm trying to go. It is not about blaming anyone or justifying my actions based on how I feel. I have to literally walk and guide myself through simple merit. Has it been done? Am I doing what needs to be done? If I was offered my dream situation right now, am I prepared for it? Am I allowing my promotion to meet me? Am I allowing opportunity and preparation to be in its place together? Or am I still just talking out of my emotions, not willing to put them at bay, not willing to sacrifice that and simply say, it's just about what I think I deserve? And a lot of us just do that. We walk in what we think we deserve or how we think we should be treated. And truthfully, it's not about any of those things to make it to the next level. Let's be honest. Everyone is going to feel what they need to feel when they need to feel it. But if you ever step out of an emotional moment for yourself and sacrifice those emotions and just look at the circumstance itself, it could have been miscommunication. It could have been timing. It could have been something simple. You could have saved relationships and business connections and phone calls and text messages and emails and things that you allowed to actually go awry because you did not sacrifice your emotions. So today for me, let's affirm. It's not about how you feel. It's about what actually has to happen. And sometimes those things that have to happen are not going to feel well. So today I challenge you. What are you willing to sacrifice in order to get to the next level? As for me, I'm going to start with my emotions. Thank you so much for always being there for me and subscribing and commenting and really supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it. All your likes and shares are amazing. Keep that up. Couldn't do it without you. You are so patient with me and I greatly appreciate it. If you have anything you want to discuss or anything that you feel like you want to add to any video, feel free to have a binge Precita day and literally go through Precita's Paradox and just comment and share as much as you can. Everything that I do to share. I choose to do this because I really want to give something back to the community, and I hope that that shines through on every video. So once again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Stay blessed and do what? 3 things. Live life authentic. Have a blessed day.